Good day, perceptive readers, and have a wonderful affirmative morning on this Sunday. Today, we'll be rounding out that special weekend that I mentioned that's on my Pinergy page. Okay, you were able to see the actor, the director, and other talented individual in his different shows that he's made over the years that were actually focusing on the edification, his faith, and God's word. Okay. I mentioned this to you several days ago to look out for. I hope you have appreciated this presentation. There's a couple of more things that I will show you to round it out today. And his name, I'll officially state it now. It was Kevin Sorbo. Kevin Sorbo. And I think some of you will appreciate his journey through a book he even wrote about an experience in his life that a lot of people didn't even know he had. A very serious experience. And I mention this because the same goes for other people. And this is why, you heard a person say, just be respectable or just be kind to a person because you really don't know what they've been through in their life. And just think about it. Even though a person may continue to grease their head with oil, as Jesus would say, so that you won't know all the pain and suffering that they may be experiencing inside, it doesn't mean it's not going on inside, different pain and suffering. And, I state, why would anybody want somebody to suffer in the first place just because they got a smile on their face? But that's a different story altogether. So I'm just sharing with you. I took this time over the weekend to share an interview, some trailers of his that he's played in that are very intense. I think you will appreciate. And I did that just because I did recognize what he was doing over the years, what was really on his heart and mind focus. And so I just thought I would just share that, not because there was some type of contractual agreement at all. That's what I've done with the Product of Culture, now the James Powalski Productions website, from time to time. And I want to give credit where it's due as well, as from the interview, because Bill Maher's name was brought up, and he has had a late night talk show for years. Is it called Politically Incorrect or something of that nature? Where Bill Maher is another person that talks about everything, and he has a tendency to do it in a different way, because you heard me also say I talk about everything, but he will do his in a little bit more of a different way. Part of his way of doing things is he expresses a lot of comedy. Some of it is very biting comedy. Some of it is actually hyperbolic or exaggerated comedy. So the facts are not always there. And one of the clips that they use as an example, because they wanted Kevin Sorbo's feedback or opinion on one of his skits where he was talking about God with the audience. And he did mention, and this is why I want to share this with you, just to clear up some facts about how God would kill babies or things of that nature or what have you. So, he was really being hyperbole and et cetera on some matters. But the whole thing is that is an older interview they was having with Kevin Sorbo, this show host. I think it was a show host or something. But at the same time, that was also an older clip of even Bill Maher. Now, I'm not going to say Bill Maher doesn't feel that way. I mean, still doesn't feel this way about certain things about God's word, the Bible, and God himself. What I will say is I've also seen Bill Maher in just different settings where he wasn't talking as, you see, hyperbole about God as he was in that skit. So what does that goes to show you? Remember, in all these different late night shows and things of that nature, they're still at the same time, stimulating your mind, your funny bone, through things that they feel at times. And they realize that that's what they get paid for. And yes, is it on the edge or what have you at times? Well, isn't that why a lot of people go and listen to them? All I'm just trying to share again is you will find people like this and others at times. You just catch them in different settings, different modes of reflection in life, and you will find a rounded out, personality where even someone like Bill Maher will give God his due at times, even though you may not hear it as much on his occupation and shows. This is just giving you some feedback because one thing that Kevin Sorbo did mention, which I know why he said it. I know why he said this, and I get it. Where he was talking about, I think he said it as a definite, almost like a dogmatic statement, which was fine to do because, this again was an interview. It was to stimulate the audience and things of that nature about the way he felt like it. But he was talking about all comedy. I think that's where he even used all comedy, basically comes from, I think it was along the line of a mean-spirited place, something like that. And the thing about it is, all I can just tell you with my experience, oh my goodness, I've seen comedy and a laugh like I don't know what over the years. And I will say that I haven't found that to always be the case. As I said before, I think I know why why Kevin Sorbo even said it the way that he said it, because I really believe he was talking about it in another context, which we won't go into here. But see, that goes to show you again. That's why you just get the big picture of different people, different facets in life, different interviews they've had at different times, and you can end up seeing the well-rounded person when they're just in their niche or in their stick. I think that's what they call it as well. Or when they're actually saying, hey, I'm on my farm now, my grapevine and stuff. And hey, this is me. This is who I like to be, you see, overall as the person. That's just the thought to think about. Anyway, hope you enjoyed this special presentation this weekend and have a very wonderful Sunday and a very wonderful start to your week. Take care. You have just listened to the Perceptive Readers Podcast. Remember, until next time, if you read something that encourages you to improve or enhance your life for the better, it becomes your reality.